Scott Spears with Classic Championship Wrestling here, serving as interim president because, as all of you have heard, this past week we had to strip President Terry Tackett of his power. President Tackett, your conduct has certainly been unbecoming, and we had to strip you of your power. Rothchild is also here. We're going to talk to him because he's also been up to some shenanigans we don't appreciate in this organization. But this is your first speech since being stripped, President Tackett. How do you feel?
Well, I don't feel very good. I don't really know who had the authority to strip me. That's what I want to know.
Myself, as Chief Executive Officer, and the Executive Board looked at videos of you giving bribes to Outlaw Jack Hansen, signing...
That was not a bribe.
Well, you're sitting in the middle of a public place going into your wallet.
That was money to ensure that the man was going to show up to take care of Demon Con.
Again, that's what the problem is.
There's a difference between a bribe and offering somebody money to do a service for you.
Tomato, tomato, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as the Executive Board's concerned. But that's your second problem, your obsession with Demon Con. We've got a company that's on the precipice of being gigantic, and you cannot get off Demon Con. Worry about another match on the card. Ox Baker's become the world champion. Bobo's running wild. Nikolai Volkov's in here. Russian Brute's coming in, and all you can think about is meeting somebody in the local Marion area and giving a bribe.
I cannot get that guy out of my head. I have to rid the sport of that guy.
And you have hired, just intoxicated, a man who popped you in the face.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that shows me you don't have the faculties at this point to serve as president. So you will remain as president only in title.
What?
For at least 3 months.
You're kidding me.
So your conduct better get better.
You're kidding me. And is this decision final from the board of directors?
Absolutely. And don't you get all hippy-dippy over here, Rothchild, because let me tell you something. I looked into it, and I've checked with our lawyers, and as it was said at the past event, you were given a contract along with Demon Con as if you were grandfathered in. No, didn't happen. Contract was not laid out that way. Your name was not on that contract. You do not have a contract. But unlike President Tackett here, I do believe that everybody deserves a chance. I'm not obsessed with running Demon Con out of the sport. So you are permitted...
Wait a minute. So this guy gets a contract, and I'm stripped of power. What's wrong with this picture?
You've got to let me finish. He does not have a contract. He is on a probationary period, and if he interferes, if he shows up, if he puts his hand on a wrestler, much as Ox Baker, Percival Friend, Lauren O'Loon, any of those managers who are managers, put their hand on a combatant, $1,000 fine. You put it on there again, $2,000 fine. You continue to put it on there, you're out of here. So is that something you can live with?
Really, it doesn't matter what you tell us because Demon Con is going to wipe the floor with Just Intoxicated. GDT is going to wipe the floor with Mikey the Maniac, whoever he is. And Laura Loon just better stay out of my way.
See, that's the attitude. You cannot, this is not, you're not going to walk around here swinging that attitude.
Okay. Now, on to you. This John Wayne wannabe outlaw Jack, do you really think he intimidates Demon Con and I?
Absolutely, I do.
I'm not scared of anybody.
The guy's got a 6-gun shooter.
I'm so. Do you think where I come from and what I've been through in my life, a gun scares me?
Do you know who this guy's relative is?
Do I care?
He's a descendant of Stan the Man Hansen.
Oh, Stan. I have respect for Stan Hansen.
Wait a second. Okay, you wonder why you're stripped of power. Do you not hear this conversation going on right now?
Yeah.
And you've got an ego that would take 2 garages. So this is the problem. Let me make this very clear to both of you. Right now, I'm interim president, but I am not going to burden that responsibility. I am going to find a commissioner. The executive board's going to find a commissioner, and this is going to be somebody who's here to uphold. Yeah, good luck. You're last on our list. Justice. And if you guys continue on this way, you obviously are going to be with this company for life, but you will be as lame duck as possible. You will have nothing, and you will be gone quicker than the show answer man.
You can run me out of
here. Do I have your word you're not going to interfere on February the 8th?
Yes, you have my word I will not interfere.
And let me make something very clear. You better abide by our guidelines. You've worked for other promotions. This is not other promotions. This is Classic Championship Wrestling, and you will follow our rules, or you will end up with no job.
I understand.
Now, you have anything to say? Because I know this has been a heartbreaking week for you.
Well, I know. I can tell you one thing. This thing is not over.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to have my lawyer look into this.
Your lawyer's in jail. That shyster, we've already talked to him.
Well, never mind about him. I got a new one.
You got a new one?
Yeah.
And where'd you get him at?
Well, I went to a law firm called Dewey, Screw and Howe.
He's chasing ambulances out there. Yeah, your buddy.
Kevin Curtis.
Yeah, you have no idea what's going on. You will never see power again. Do you understand you're on probation?
I understand that, but I still don't understand
Gotta
why.
change. You have to spell it out.
I did not bribe anybody.
What do you need? Shadow puppets?
I did not bribe anybody.
You bribed, you're obsessed with Demon Con, and you hired. Why do you think Just Intoxicated has went a year without wrestling anywhere? And by the way,
He couldn't find the right match.
Yeah, right. And let me tell you, do you know about Just Intoxicated? Are you aware of this man's past?
Yes, I am.
Are you aware that this man signed your man into a no rules, no law, no anything match? That is Just Intoxicated's peanut butter and jelly?
Have you ever seen Demon Con in the ring? He's not scared of a drunk that can't walk a straight line for 5 feet. Intoxicated will be
He better
lucky
be
if he's
ready for
sober enough to
February 8th
stand
because
up.
he's going to get everything but the kitchen sink thrown at him.
You're at ringside?
Yes, I am.
Where are you going to be?
I may be at ringside with Just Intoxicated.
If you don't, by the way, I don't think neither one of you understood, and you might be in the back with the mop before the night's over with.
So be
but
it.
So be it. Let me say this before we get out of here. I don't think I've made this clear or not. Outlaw Jack Hansen, because of your bribe or your fear, I don't really care, is not going to be involved in that match. He's going to match himself with the son of a legend. That's what he needs to concentrate on. And his manager, Percival Friend, who I was on the phone with today as he was in El Paso, Texas, has said he's not going to the ring. He's not going to be at ringside. So you don't have an enforcer. You're not much of an enforcer. Look at you. That's the way it's going to be. You people understand that.
So just like that.
Like that. Think of that
Well,
next
all I
time you
gotta
go
say
into
is
your wallet.
February 8th, Steve Hall Rec Center, 775 North Main Street. Get ready for everything but the kitchen sink, Demon Con.
Valentine Violence, 7 p.m. Steve Hall Rec Center. Tickets at US Gold's, $8 a ticket, $6 early for pre-sale. 1207 Mount Vernon Avenue, right next to Perkins. Ox Baker, Bobo Brazil Jr., Nikolai Volkov, the Russian Brute, Uncle Hog. This guy, yeah. Outlaw Jack Hansen, Lockdown, Percival Friend, Mr. 90210. Who am I forgetting, Tackett? There's this Mikey the Main.
Just Intoxicated.
GDT, Demon Con.
We might even be out there with some beers, me and Just Intoxicated.
And there you go again. You going for another 6 months?
Hey, at this point, I got nothing to lose.
This is Scott Spears, Classic Championship Wrestling interim president, CEO, and lead broadcaster, departing from these two fools at this point. See you